Hi folks, I'm Father Tom Willis, the rector of the Cathedral Basilica of St. Augustine in St. Augustine, Florida, and the pastor of the Cathedral Parish. It's Friday of the fifth week of Lent, and Father Joseph and I have just celebrated Mass for this day. It was 2 weeks ago today that we woke up to what I am calling a different normal. For the first time in this present situation, we weren't permitted to have public masses. And so what I have called that different normal is continuing. To those of you in our parish, thank you for the prayers that you are continuing to offer for myself, Father Joseph, Father Martin, and Father Jeff. You have expressed your closeness to us in prayer, and we cannot be more grateful for the prayers that you are offering for us. But the same is true from us to you. We continue to offer our prayers for all of you. Every time we celebrate Mass here in the cathedral in the morning at 8 o'clock, my first mention of you is in my heart to our God to bless you and your needs at this time. You know, it is a very, very strange time, especially as we have continued to get farther and farther along in the present social distancing program. Downtown is way too quiet. I kind of even miss the drumming on St. George Street that many of you know I have no time for. But that quiet has also allowed me and others to get refocused on what I hope are the most important things that God really wants us to focus on in this life. I'm very conscious that in just a couple of days, the Church's liturgical year will turn us towards Holy Week, and we'll be celebrating the great feasts of our redemption, but obviously in a vastly different way than what we have come to know, because we'll be doing it without you. And yet you are close to us in our hearts. That closeness that we have in our hearts, I hope that you have some way of sensing whenever you tune in on Facebook to participate in the weekday Masses that we are offering. Those Masses and those liturgies will continue to be offered on Facebook Live. It's our best way of being able to continue to connect to you. Keep in mind those who are on the front lines of this crisis, especially our medical professionals, all the people who are working in hospitals, those who are researchers who are trying to find ways to help us deal with this crisis, especially for those who are the sickest among us. Keep in mind as well to pray for our leaders, that they will have the wisdom to be able to properly lead us and all through these uncertain days. I thought the day that Pope Francis had with us last Friday in his Urbi et Orbi message was one of the most powerful symbols that we have seen in our church in quite some time. In the vastness of St. Peter's Square, which is so often filled with people, our Holy Father singly helped us understand that we needed to keep our focus on God, because he has not abandoned us. He is still very much close to each of us. One thing that I would like to ask of you, in addition to your prayers, in this time, because we aren't able to gather for the celebration of Mass and the sacraments, our finances are beginning to get stretched thin. And so if you can find a way, even in limited ways, to give us some kind of an offering, we would appreciate it. You can go to our parish's website, www.thefirstparish.org, and you'll see there on the home page ways for you to be able to contribute. One way that would be help beyond measure is for those of you who are able to sign up for Faith Direct, so that monthly an offering will come from you to the parish. These days have become a challenge for me and my staff to continue to be able to keep things running as best we can. So your help in that would be greatly appreciated. Again, know of my prayers and the prayers of the priests of the parish, as well as our deacons, for you and for your families and for all people throughout the world at this time. May the Lord continue to bless, watch over you, and keep you in his care.